Hello and welcome to the 12 Days of the After Hour Podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome back. We always ask the question when we ever get into a situation, am I the asshole?
On God, for real, bro.
And as my co-host Arian has just said there, that it's an occurrence that happens more than we like to admit. So I'm just gonna read a few scenarios and then we'll kind of talk about them. Sound good with you?
All day, every day.
Okay, so here's the first one. Am I the asshole for leaving a ski trip while my wife and kid were asleep?
Wait, what?
Am I
his wife and kid to go on a ski trip with his friends?
Yeah, but here, I'll read the scenario. It might not be that bad. But I don't think you can really do much to suggest this, but okay. My wife and I have a daughter, Chloe, age 4. Chloe has autism and has developmental delays.
This is making it worse.
Chloe gets very clingy to my wife when she doesn't feel well, and she's basically been sick since Halloween. One thing she does when she doesn't feel well is refuse to sleep without my wife. So almost every night for the past month and a half, my wife and Chloe have been sleeping in the guest room. The problem is, Chloe is a kicker and likes to sprawl out, so my wife doesn't sleep when she's sleeping next to Chloe. To let her get some rest, I've been getting up an hour and a half early every day so I could take Chloe in the mornings. I get her dressed and do her hair and give her breakfast and drop her off at daycare. Play with her on the weekends, while my wife locks herself in the guest room. This has been exhausting, so when my friends invited me on a ski trip last weekend, I obviously wanted to go. I tried to tell my wife about it, but she shuts it down immediately. I thought she was being unfair because at least she gets a break in the morning, and when Chloe gets at daycare, I don't get a break. So last weekend I packed up and left the house before Chloe and my wife woke up. I sent her a text telling her where I am and when I'll be back. When I got back, there was a note saying Chloe and my wife were staying with my wife's family and that she hopes the ski trip was worth it. The only time she spoke to me is when she texted me pictures of Chloe at the park to let me know that she's okay. My friends all saying that she's overreacting and that she couldn't keep my kid from me, but mom called me and cursed me out for leaving my wife with Chloe over the weekend. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of dumb as hell to do that, bro. Your wife
obviously
isn't getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Your daughter is sick.
No. Well, yeah, your daughter has problems.
I believe she's sick in that moment too.
Yeah, family is like way more important than just like a ski trip with friends. You know?
Yeah, very bad timed.
Yeah. I mean, like, just
very ill.
You could also compromise and be like, hey, like, can we do this later? Can we go for a ski trip later? You know, you don't have to do it that day.
Honestly, on God, for real.
Okay, so here's the next one. Am I the asshole for pouring my drink on the table when my dad raised a glass for my stepmother, referring to her as the mother of his children? Wait.
Keep going.
Oh, sorry, it's been blocked.
I guess he was.
Wait. Wait, it's showing it. Wait, here it's showing that. Oh. Okay, yeah. Here's another one. Am I the asshole for selling my house since my roommates thought I was ripping them off? I own, parentheses, I have a massive mortgage on the house in, what is that? HCOL City. I have 4 roommates. I have the basement suite and the upstairs business rent. What? Upstairs biz rented to me. One couple. Like, no, it says biz like BIS. I don't know what that means. Anyways, this rented to the one couple and 2 single people. They know I own the house, and all of them were recommended to me by my friends or family. I still require a lease agreement and security deposits, as well as last month's rent. I was just willing to rent to them at a below market rate because I didn't have to advertise or arrange for property management. Between the four of them, I collect enough to cover mortgage and utilities, with a little left over. I save my money and use it to pay for more major repairs and maintenance. We will wait. I will be starting a new job in a different city in the new year. I knew about this back in late October. I offered the couple an opportunity to take over the basement suite in the new year for a little bit more money. They would get a massive bedroom upgrade and a private living room, bathroom, kitchen, and other things. They agreed to let me know that they were planning on moving out in 1 year, so they would be willing to sign a 1 year lease. I asked the two singles if they either of them wanted to take the master bedroom that would be empty. They both declined, but asked if they could turn it into a home office for them. I said sure, but they would have to cover the rent for the room. They think I'm being unreasonable since I will be making more money off the couple than they think I should keep their rent the same and let them have the same room for free. I offered them for 80% of what I was getting before. They called me a selfish asshole for taking all their money. Even if they took the deal, they would still be paying less than market value for a single room in our city. It turned into a huge fight, and with the people who referred to them calling me a greedy asshole for trying to suck money out of their friends. I don't need to deal with any of this. I found a property investor who is willing to buy my house and honor my current lease, including the new one for the couple. Unfortunately, for the other two renters leasing up in February, I imagine that their rents will be going up a fair bit, but that isn't my problem anymore. So now everyone they know are angry with me because these people are most likely have to live in a more crappy situation. I feel bad because if I wasn't moving, I would have to stay and deal with it. But it's just easier to walk away. Am I the asshole?
I'll be real with you.
Yeah,
I kind of lost interest
yeah, I did
halfway.
too. But I have to say that there's a lot of spelling errors in this one. It was it was so weird to read it. But I have to say, for what I can get, not really, because they're also being selfish. Because like, oh, I'm not gonna. You're ripping this off, even
So
though
rent.
yeah, for rent. Because like it's like no, he's actually giving you or they are giving you less than the market value, which would actually be much higher.
I'll take your word for it because I was kind of
Yeah.
dozing off, which sounds really bad.
Yeah.
What to have for lunch?
Okay. Here's this one's a long one too, but okay, this one seems interesting. Am I the
Okay.
asshole for telling my mom she has to accept that she can't make me feel a certain way and that her choices made while dating when I was a kid have implications for the future?
Oh, okay. That is interesting.
It's
Go
long,
ahead, man.
yeah. My mom was a single mom but from before I was born. I know from my biological father and his family. I have known who they are and even confirmed at 19 through ancestry that they were my biological relatives. But they don't want me, and I don't want them. From a very young age, I knew my mom dated a lot. She introduced me to almost every guy she was with. Some I would see twice at most, would hear from her that she loved them and wanted us to be a family. And they wanted to be gone. Others stuck around a little longer, and few of those were better to me than she was. They were kind, accepting for me being there, and would make me smile. While my mom always puts weight on her relationships on my shoulders, and would tell me how I need to behave and make a good impression, except that I was getting a new daddy. I was not very stable at the time for me. I struggled a lot. Some of her boyfriends I bonded really well with and was sad when they were gone. Other I was glad to never see again, and some I was truly indifferent towards. By the time I was 12, I was just over it, and I decided to just exist. And when she did I just exist when she bring me around guys and think of other stuff and make plans with friends. Then I was 15. She met a guy. She was married, and wait, she was guy she married and married him after 6 months. By the time I met him, I had a whole range of experiences with her guys, and honestly, he was nowhere near the best. So I'm indifferent to him, and I have no special bond with him. I don't consider him my father figure or parent. If I cut off my mom out tomorrow, or if she died, he would no longer be part of my life. My mom has had this expectation for me to accept him as my dad and embrace him into my life. It has been a problem for me that I was closer to some of her exes than her husband. It really came up when I graduated high school and listed her as a parent in the pamphlet thing. They made and distributed it to all guests with our names and our parents. She brought it up a lot after, and when we went to complain, when she found out I had one of her exes on my FB, who I reached out to thank in my early 20s for being so good to me when we were still friendly. When I told her recently I was getting married, we argued. She told me how she couldn't wait to see me on her husband's arm going down the aisle, and I told her it wouldn't be happening. We argued. She brought it up yet again, and the fact that and the fact there are exes hers that would have gotten the position, and that's really, and maybe because I don't know for sure. I told her she cannot make me feel a certain way about her husband, and she has to accept by dating around so much and introducing me so many guys, etc. I had there's consequences, and that one of those is some of them I liked more than her husband. By the time he came around, I was already tired and not as open as before, and that I had many people I could compare him against. She argued that I was being so unfair to her, and I had no idea how hard a single parent is. Am I the asshole?
Okay, I can understand the mom's point of view.
I can understand
But,
that,
like-
but I think the daughter's more in the right for this one, you know?
Honestly, for real.
Also, it's her wedding, so I think she has a bit more like say in like what she thinks how it should go, you know?
And I mean, the daughter at this point is a
Grown adult.
person.
Yeah, so she can make her own decisions. It's not like she's getting married at a very young age. She kind of like knows what, goes on and stuff like that.
Exactly. But
Okay. This one's really short. Oh, actually, it got much longer. Um,
oh dang.
okay.
Oh,
This one's much easier to read though. It's double spaced, so thank God. Okay. Am I the asshole for correcting my brother when he said he never slept with men? My 23 male older brother Adam, 31, was a junkie. Wait. Okay. I think he is 31 years old and his older brother is 31. No, he's 23 and his older brother is 31. They worded it weird.
Okay.
My older brother Adam, 23. My older brother Adam was a junkie for a long time. Him and I were never super close because of this, but I know our parents were. I know his parents of where he was with who. I know he worked with a rich man whom he regularly slept with, among others for drugs, money, and wait, what? Others slept with among others for drug, money,
Bro,
and
your
drugs.
brain's like short circuiting.
Oh, because it's worded weird.
Alright,
He's
here,
been.
let me see it.
I don't know, man. Also, I'm trying to read this, like, keep at a steady pace.
Alright, let me see this. Let me take a shot at this.
You read it. My voice is tired, man.
Alright. Him and I were never super close because of this, but I know parts of where he was and with who. You're right, it is pretty weird. His grammar's pretty bad. I know he worked for a rich man whom he regularly slept with, among others, for drug money and drugs. He's been clean for a few years and met a woman who he is really in love with and wants to propose to, I think. We recently had a get-together with Adam, his girlfriend, me, and my girlfriend. My brother doesn't drink, but he doesn't mind when others do around him. We all had some drinks and got a little drunk. It's juvenile, but we all started playing what was basically truth. Eventually, my girlfriend, just playing the game and who doesn't know the details of Adam's past, asked him if he ever slept with a man. Adam briefly looked uncomfortable and then quickly said no. I quickly corrected him in my tipsiness and said that it wasn't true and he slept with many. Adam shot me a glare and his girlfriend asked me what I meant. What do you mean by that? Meant by that? I said it's what it sounds like. I guess Adam never told her all the details of his past because she got upset and Adam got upset and my girlfriend and I just ended up going to bed while they fought. Next morning, Adam told me his girlfriend had gone home early and that I overstepped and that he doesn't consider everything he did as sleeping with men. I don't feel as though what I said was out of line as it was true, but my girlfriend and Adam are both pissed at me for this. So am I the asshole? Yes, you are.
Yeah, even though you were tipsy, I gotta say, like, You don't look. You don't have to go like. You don't have to be like, oh, he was like, bro. Everyone used him. He was like the golden goose of the.
That guy was a man whore.
Yeah,
He
you
slept
know.
with everyone.
You could just be like, no, he's done it once. You know.
Or you could just shut your mouth, bro.
I mean, I think it's okay to like open up and like actually he's only done it once. You know.
Nah, because I feel like it's something you should say, especially if your brother is uncomfortable about that part.
That's
It's intruding on the bro code.
that is true, I guess. Yeah, I guess it just wouldn't be something to like. Yeah, I guess it's in the past. You could just leave it in the past.
Honestly,
So
that's not gonna lie, that's actually kind of hella messed up that you did that.
yeah, that's really uncool, man. Um, okay, let's see if there's any more. Okay, can you read this one? This one's much shorter. Oh, it's actually long. Are you okay with that?
But it's double spaced. Yeah, it's good. All right.
Okay. Wait. Read this
I
part.
am I the asshole for telling my son's girlfriend I would never consider her kid my first grandchild? What do you mean by that? Anyways, I have two sons, Jason, 26, and Grant, 31. Jason has a girlfriend, Kelly, 26. Been together on and off for a couple of years. Jason tends to change girlfriends like he changes underwear. You spaced underwear when you didn't have to. And this one has been quite the ride, full of tons of drama. She also cannot stand to be the center of attention. I will add that both have had multiple other relationships through this with other people. I am not for the relationship, especially since Kelly has a 10-year-old son that is being dragged through this. But my son is an adult, and he can make his own choices. Grant also has a now fiance, Tori, 28. She had not become a fiance at this time. They had known each other for over a decade and were usually casually dating or just friends, and had an on and off kind of a thing for over the years. But it was more of the timing was always wrong thing. For example, she left to go to school in another state and then she came home. Then she left for a job. When they were younger, she wasn't ready for anything serious and was too busy for school or work. I know they both kind of dated other people, but they always stayed close. Recently, he went to visit her, and a few weeks later, I found out she was going to be a grandma. I adore Tori, and her and Grant are great together. I am so excited, especially when I found out that Tori had decided to move back and she was moving in with him so they could be a family. Come Thanksgiving dinner, she is about 5 months pregnant. Jason brought Kelly along. They got back together a few months ago, again. Tori had officially moved back 2 weeks prior, so a lot of family was excited to catch up with her. And as she has come to a ton of family functions through the year and knew everyone. We started talking baby showers and things like that, and I made the comment about wanting to go all out for her, because this was my first grandchild. This is also something I want to do because Tori's mom died when she was 14, and after she bounced around the foster system and doesn't have any real family support. So I wanted to make her feel loved and supported. Kelly jumped in and mentioned her kid would always be my first grandchild. I told her, no, that will always be your child, and if my son decides on you, I will see him as my grandchild, but they won't be my first. Tori's baby will always be my first grandchild. She threw a fit and said my son chose a woman with kids and they should be accepted by the family. And then said Tori basically baby trapped Grant. Ooh, that's not good. I told her to get back to me after they got married or at least managed to stay together more than 6 months. She stormed out. Son and her said I'm the asshole. Dinner was completely awkward for the rest of the night. ETA. Over the years, we have only seen her child a handful of times and he was not present at this gathering. She only gets visitation with him.
Okay, wait. I'm a bit confused. Okay? Tori is with the other son, right?
Tori is with Grant.
Grant
And
is the other guy.
the mom believes that Tori and Grant are like beautiful, amazing together,
Okay.
and are really excited.
And that would be their first grandchild, right?
Yes, the mom believes that Tori's kid will be her first grandchild, or wants is basically of that belief system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're in the wrong. Cause like
Honestly, can you scroll up a bit more? Up again.
it's stated wrong here. Like it's like you said like never, but he said like I just wouldn't consider it your first. You know, because it just
Yeah.
that's just like a fact.
Honestly,
It just isn't your first.
yeah, literally. Honestly, I feel like she's not wrong.
Yeah.
She is not the asshole.
You know, hey, I think doing that, you know, we got to see a lot of the weird things that happen in life, and hey, life's weird.
Life is strange.
Some may say. And thank you for joining us on this episode. I know there's a lot of weird parts, but hey, I hope you enjoyed.